We live? Good evening, everyone. I apologize for that. We were attempting to go live with a short little video here, and something kind of went wrong there for a minute, but we're back. We're good. I wanted to let you guys all know, we prayed about this, and we all are in agreement spiritually that this needs to go out to the people. We have some word coming forth and from a lot of different areas that kind of all supports this same message. So we feel it's very, very important. It's vital, actually. I was woken up yesterday morning, wee hours, to pray for the body and to pray for the ministry and this upcoming Ingathering that begins next Thursday here in Tennessee. It's the 42nd annual October Ingathering. And while I was praying for it, the Lord started to tell me that this is a day to be sober, that we are to be sober and focused on Him in this day, and especially for this upcoming Ingathering, He wants us to get alone with Him and to devote some time to praying over this, praying for the move that the Lord is going to be doing in this meeting. The movement has already started, and it's been building. If you've been watching any of our meetings or going to the meetings, you know that it's building, and that at this meeting here, we're going to see, some powerful things happen in the Lord. And He showed me that the people should be getting alone with Him with a sober mind, getting either in the Word, fasting, praying, singing a song in your heart and on your lips, praising Him, whatever you feel led to do. Get with the Lord, seek Him, what He would have you do to prepare yourself as the priest of old did in the Old Testament. Before they went into the Holy of Holies, they would prepare themselves. They would spend a time preparing, and that we are to do that before we go to this Ingathering. And it's also applicable to the folks that might be watching online live, that we are their e-church. If you are a part of this word and you're hearing it and you're understanding the walk of the Melchizedek priesthood, then you are to contribute to this with your prayer and your dedicated time toward this Ingathering, whether you're physically here or just here in spirit. So all of you, please feel free to do that. What He showed me here was, as you get alone with Him and we enter into this time with the Lord, that He's going to cause, and as we move with Him and focus with Him, every part of our being will be turned toward Him. He's walking before us. He's leading the way. We're following. And every cell of our being is alerted. If you've ever been a hunter, if you've been in the military, you've ever been in any kind of danger, you know how suddenly all those instincts in you come forward. And all your senses are all focused full force on this thing in front of you that's so vitally important. It might mean your very life. So your ears, your hearing, your sight, your speech, your smell, all of it, your cells of your body, everything is alerted and turned toward whatever it might be. In this case, Jesus. And He showed me a vision of Himself walking down a trail and His people following behind Him, lined up 2 by 2. And He said, as the world goes darker and dimmer, I will be the pillar of light to my people in this day, as I was in the days of old in the Old Testament. And in the vision, I could see His feet walking on the path barefoot in front of me, and I could see the bottom of His white robe or raiment, and then it turned into smoke, and then the rest of Him was fire, a column of fire. So not only was He lighting the path and leading us, but He was leading us step by step. And as you know, if you follow anybody behind them, you are watching their feet, because you're on a path that's unknown to you. This is new territory, folks, new territory. And as you're walking that path, you watch His feet to know every step, everywhere He places His feet, we want it to be on sure footing. So we want to place our feet in the same place He places His. So you're not twisting an ankle, you're not falling down, you're not getting lost or off onto a different path. That's how closely we're to monitor what He's doing. That means hearing Him, hearing that still small voice, feeling Him, whatever you've got to do to get alone with the Lord and get to know exactly what it is that He would have for you in this day. So, and at this Ingathering, He's going to be doing a revealing of Himself like we've not seen in a very long time. I really, really feel that. He also said, as the day grows dark in the world and the things grow dim in our lives, that the problems that we have on us, it might be our physical things, it might be financial, it might be relationships, whatever it might be, that you have a problem in your life. As you walk that walk with him, and you're that intimate and that close and that aware of him, you're going to be so focused on him that all these things will just start to slough off you. You won't even feel them, you won't know them, you won't be aware of them anymore. They will not be occupying space in our minds anymore, in our hearts and our minds. We won't even be hindered by them. Like Bob said that day, sitting here having a mini stroke, do not let the small foxes hinder you. That's what the Lord is calling us to in this day, that kind of walk. And as we walk and those things start to fall off, I could see in my vision that they just disappeared into the darkness, and he was the light, and all we were aware was him, and we didn't feel or even know or be aware of any of those other things. So that's the incredible, amazing place he's taking us, folks. This is so intimate and so deep and so wonderful. And as the world around us is going darker, we have the light in front of us, and we can see and know exactly what he wants us to do. He also showed me that those things had held us captive or made us destitute in spirit and in other areas. And as that falls off, we come alive in all those areas, but alive in him. And so I just wanted to get this word out to everybody to be sober, be preparing for this ingathering, join in with us. We are doing this here, and we would love to know that the body is joining in with us, because when you come in, he doesn't want you to come into this meeting as you would to normal meetings in the past, where you would come in with your list of things. God, help me with all this. Help me with these needs that I have right now. And you would come in expecting maybe a word or a healing touch or just some camaraderie because you're lonely, whatever it might be. You're not to come in with your beak wide open like a little bird for everybody to chew up the word and spit it down into your gut, half digested already. You're to come in as a minister of the Most High God. You're to come in walking in the Melchizedek order priesthood. You're to come in that sort of mindset and that strength and that power in the Lord. You have that now. You've been walking with the Lord long enough. If you're called to this word, if you're hearing this word, then you are called to that. Just know that confidently within yourself, you're called to this order. So when you come in, think like that. Think as a minister would, and you bring with you those tools and those things from the Lord that he has instilled in you, that you are to contribute and flow in with the ministry here. For as one, we will be a ministry that will rise up all together, a great company of men, sons, called together, knitted together, as the Lord's been knitting us together these last many months. We've seen this happening, the connectivity that is occurring. He's calling us together to rise up as one. So come in with the mindset of the Melchizedek priesthood ministry. Do not come in as a regular parishioner who's just going to sit and warm a pew and receive. You're going to come in and give. You're going to give. Whatever the Lord has for you to give, he's put inside you, he's given these gifts to you. You come in and you give them, and you will be rewarded by what you see that the Lord is going to do as he pulls his people together and lifts us up into this day, into this new realm that we're all headed into. So we just wanted to get that out to you guys as fast as possible so you can be working on this with us, and we want to see you come in prepared and ready to minister and not come in with the same mindset we have always come into these meetings with of ministries up here, parishioners are back here, we're going to receive, they're going to give. No, it's completely undone. We are all ministers, and we're going to all be ministering together and contributing together. So we're so excited for this day, and we love you all, and we cannot wait to see you. Thank you, and praise the Lord.